Fortnite has quickly become a pop culture phenomenon. Back in February of this year, it was reported that there were over 3.4 million concurrent players on the game, breaking records. So of course the game has its fair share of odd occurrences and seemingly supernatural moments. Some quite rooted in fantasy, while others are a little too close to reality for our liking. So today we'll be counting down some of those shivering situations with our list of the top 10 scary Fortnite stories. Worth noting that we'll be focusing more so on scary things that have happened during the game, or concerning someone who is playing the game rather than getting into creepypasta territory, which we'll actually have a list on coming up sometime soon on our channel, so, if you're curious, subscribe. And also for this list, we're talking scary things to do with the game as a whole, not just within the Battle Royale mode. So with all that in mind, let's get to it. At number 10, ghosts. Every now and then a ghost story in Fortnite will pop up on Reddit, or on the Epic Games forums, and often they're just the result of an animation glitch. But to those who encounter these glitches, upon first glance, they can totally seem to be some sort of ghoulish presence. Combine that with playing the game at 1 AM or later, and it can be pretty freaky. Here we have one case of a spooked player who posted a video of them spotting what appears to be a ghost in the distance. The figure in question moves along a hill in a straight line, almost as if they're floating by. Commenters were quick to point out that it was a glitch, but one can easily see how upon first glance, that would be some creepy shit. And at number 9, Fortnite fire alarm. This number is more of a freaky story as opposed to a horrific one, a what-if cautionary tale. So this player, who goes by the name of Sun Devil Sig, posted a story on Reddit about how Fortnite prevented his apartment from burning down. Actually, in the story, he outlines how he had been addicted to the game for the past few months, with it being the reason why he's staying up later than he normally would. One night around 12:45 AM, he was just wrapping up playing for the evening when he noticed smoke in his apartment, but the alarm hadn't gone off. He popped outside to see if the smoke was coming from elsewhere, and upon returning, the smoke had become even more excessive, so he called the fire department. Turns out that the water heater in the building had shorted out and had caused an electrical fire in the building's walls. Had he not been awake from playing Fortnite, his apartment could have been burnt down. And who knows how badly he could have been hurt. Video games save lives. And at number 8, Metamorphosis. As with many video games, Fortnite is susceptible to glitches, including utterly terrifying ones. In this clip posted on Reddit by Nomnipotent, we see how one of his pals glitches into a horrific pose, on hands and knees, moving at a super quick speed, transforming him into something that looked a whole lot like it crawled straight out of an Exorcist film. While it may not be a scary story, it's still hilariously creepy.
What the f? What the f? That was quite scary.
And at number 7, the singing girl. There have been multiple rumors about players spotting a girl singing in forest parts of the map in the game. Some say it sounds like the voice is that of a little girl's, while most suspect that this is an Easter egg plopped in by Epic Games as a ghost of someone who died before the breakout. The thing that the game was about before it was popularized as a Battle Royale game. Others have a more sinister theory, thinking that she's a little girl who had morphed into a husk, and keeps the other husks asleep by singing. Others have said that the noise of the singing sounded directional, and that when they followed it, the singing was replaced by laughter. Speaking of, and at number 6, creepy laughter. The singing girl isn't the only creepy noise that multiple players have picked up on in the game. Players have noted that they've encountered creepy laughter, or something that at least sounds like creepy laughter, while playing. One thread on Reddit tried to dive into this more. According to user SwishLife24, the most common speculation is that the noise is coming from husks. But fear not, there actually is an explanation. As part of a recent update, one of the new challenges involves searching for gnomes, the ones responsible for the laughter, and there's 7 in total. Not so scary now, is it? Unless you have a fear of gnomes, in which case, kinda sucks for you. Up next, number 5, webcam horror. This one was posted on Reddit by a user named ChronixPC. Chronix tells of how he hopped on his computer one day to discover that someone had been accessing his webcam. Aside from the webcam, he had YouTube and Fortnite open on his desktop. He looked into it, and the process that was detected was a weird, mysterious one that he didn't recognize. So he shut it down, and that turned his webcam off. A few hours later, he decided to play some Fortnite, and that's when he discovered that a picture of his forehead appeared at the bottom right-hand corner of his screen. It only appeared when his game was open, and it was taken hours ago when the sun was pouring through his window. Luckily, other Reddit users were quick to offer explanations as to how this could have happened, some of which involved hacking, unfortunately. But it's still pretty creepy nonetheless. And at number 4, jump scares. With over 3 million people playing a game, you're bound to get a bit spooked by someone every now and then. This was very much the case for user NightFortLegend on Reddit. The player uploaded a video of himself standing next to a door in Tilted Towers, waiting to take out another player that they could hear outside of the building. Standing by the door, they hear footsteps just outside, but then those slowly start to disappear, until they get louder, that is. And louder, and then, yep. Yeah, I jumped too. Luckily, they ended up getting the upper hand on the situation. Still creepy nonetheless. And at number 3, creaky doors. Now if that didn't freak you out, this video, posted by Xbox user Steezer, totally will. He's inside of a house in Salty Springs and can hear someone lurking around the outside. Someone clapping, to be precise. The clapping gets louder and louder, and the front door to the house keeps creaking open. Now, doors can sometimes be tricky business as far as Fortnite is concerned, and in this clip, Steezer witnesses this the hard way. After trying to shut the front door of this house twice, someone wearing the Nutcracker skin bursts through it and starts firing away at him. Talk about using fear as an intimidation tactic. And at number 2, school shootings. Shooting up a school is no laughing matter. And as this Reddit user J29ID reiterates in his post on the site, the threat of it is terrifying to hear. The user encountered a 21-year-old player who claimed that they were planning to shoot up schools in Pittsburgh. The player stated that this was going to be his very last Fortnite game, and bragged, I quote, "On Monday I'm shooting up schools, bro, as many as I can before I get killed by the cops."
Yo, this is my very last Fortnite game.
It is?
Yeah, because I'm gonna shoot a school up on Monday.
School shooter.
Yeah, I'm dead ass about it though, bro. Like, you don't hear me on the news.
The male in the video had claimed to have 2 AK-47s and a handgun, and that he was motivated by hatred towards people. What's worse is that earlier on in the video, you can hear a kid playing with them, who then immediately stops talking over his mic once he hears the threats. I mean, he was probably scared shitless. This prompted a lockdown of various schools in the identified area to go on lockdown on Monday following the video's posting. While the police investigation discovered that it was a hoax, the Pittsburgh Public Safety Director had made a statement that sums up the importance of the lockdown, and the importance of having players report claims like these, saying that they take matters like these very seriously. And finally, in at number 1, pedophiles. Yeah, it doesn't get any lighter from here on out. Fortnite attracts players of many ages. Whether you're a kid or you're a gamer in your 50s, the Battle Royale mode has no shortage of appeal. But like many other games that allow for players to chat while gunning each other down, sometimes things can get a little out of hand. And we're not talking dudes trolling little kids like on GTA 5 out of hand. One mother from London, England was sitting with her 10-year-old son Tyler while he was playing Fortnite on their television. As he played, she heard the sound of an older man giggling coming from the TV speakers, over the mic. The voice attempted to speak to her son, calling him by the name that she had set his account up for, a pseudonym, Danny. He kept saying, "Put your headset on, Danny," and "Do you know what sex is?" It only got worse from there, so horrified she shut off the system. Tyler, who had been diagnosed with autism, was traumatized by the incident, and it led to his mother Tessa's efforts to warn other parents about perverts trying to reach out to kids through the in-game chat. Shortly after, reports of other incidents also started popping up online. One account involved a man trying to coax a 12-year-old into sending him nude photos. His mother also recorded the encounter. Alright, there we have it, friends. While some of those scary stories feel like they're downright fiction, those last 2 were pretty nasty, eh? But I think it goes without saying not to trust creepy dudes looking to get their kicks by sexually harassing kids on a video game. Just saying. Anywho, if you guys want more videos on Fortnite, we have a ton on our channel, so be sure to click that playlist currently flashing on your screen. You should also go check out our sister channel, Fortnite Central, linked in the description below. Make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons if you dug our video, and hope to see you guys in the next one.